to you in the next few minutes enough information that you can make an educated decision about you're interested in learning more or you're not. I'm actually going to do some giveaways tonight live on this presentation as well. So I'm going to try to make it a little bit fun too, right? Isn't that fun? I think so. So hit record, off we go. So welcome everybody. My name is Rachel Garcia. I am a physician assistant. Well, I practiced medicine as a physician assistant for 20 years in the state of Florida and stumbled onto what I'm going to be sharing with you tonight back in 2008. So 16 years ago is when my brothers called me and said, we've got something, we want your opinion on it, we want you to take a look at it. My husband and I had just started two businesses. Okay, so just let me people say all the time, I'm so busy. I'm like, I understand busy. I was so busy. I had a 9-month-old. I had a 3-year-old. I was working from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. seeing patients. Anybody who works in the medical environment knows that when you finish at 7, you're not really finished. You have a lot more charting to do. And we had just invested $50,000 in a skincare retail store in Ponte Vedra Beach and then $50,000 in a construction company because we were trying to create multiple streams of income. How many of you have tried to create another stream of income in your life? Like it's a risk of some sort, right? If you're not an entrepreneur, like I didn't go to business school. I went to medical school. My husband graduated with building construction degree, but business isn't really his strength. And so those were kind of like risky endeavors for us. So now we're working, both of us, still full-time jobs, running two additional businesses. And this is when my brothers say, hey, you've got to take a look at this. And I really I told them, no, I don't have time to add anything else to my plate. I'm not interested in whatever it is you want me to look at. And they were like, listen, it's probably not for you, but we would love for you to give us an educated no. Tell us like your thoughts on it. We appreciate, I have a master's degree in clinical medical sciences. I'd really gotten into nutrition that year after my nephew's diagnosis of severe autism. They said, we want to get your feedback. So I begrudgingly agreed, thinking I was doing them a favor. Little did I know they were doing me the biggest favor. They were doing my boys the biggest favor, my husband the biggest favor. So I agreed to watch, probably kind of like you're agreeing to watch tonight. Like, I don't really know why I'm watching this, but I told somebody that I would, so I'm watching it. So same thing with me. And I start watching. And let me tell you, my nephew had been diagnosed with severe autism like 2 or 3 months before. I had sat with my sister as the physician said, he'll never speak. He'll never have more than the mind of a 3-year-old. And I didn't just take that at face value, like, okay, doctor, tell us what to do. I wrote 200 prescriptions a day. I had a lot of questions about autism. I hadn't learned about autism in medical school. I hadn't seen it while I was doing my rotation through pediatrics in Gainesville, Florida with my friend, Dr. Nancy Worthington, who's at that time been in private practice like 30 years. I'd never seen it. So I was like, what is it? Why? Is it genetic? Is it vaccinations? Why does he have it? I went down this road of researching, and that researching, if you have ever had a dire diagnosis, okay, of what, maybe your brother just had a stroke at the age of 35. Maybe you're pre-diabetic. Maybe your whole family struggles with depression. I mean, you have one of two options. You're going to go down the path that the doctor tells you to go on, or you're like, I feel like I need to be my own advocate and find out some answers for myself. You know what's crazy is most of us know like where to put the oil in our car. I'm 49, so if you're my age, you probably know where to put the oil in your car. You probably know how to change the windshield wiper blades on your car. But it's very few of us, unless you're in the medical field, know where your liver is, know where your stomach is, know about your pancreas. Like these are portions of our body that are so important. And part of my goal in doing these presentations is to encourage you to be your own advocate. You have one body that you live in your whole life. So doesn't it make sense to spend some time making sure you're treating it the way it should be treated? So I was advocating for my nephew, and that research led me to understand that nutrition is really important, and we were messing it up. So I was trying to do the nutrition side, going to the health food store, reading all the books, pulling up all the medical studies, and it was overwhelming. We got one of those big juicers, and my husband started a vegetable garden, and everything was going bad, and I hated cleaning the juicer, and it was overwhelming. And when I hear this presentation, I hear them talking about cleansing the body of the toxins. Ding, I'd already read about this and the importance of it, balancing out your pH, getting the sleep necessary, building yourselves up with whole raw food nutrition. And I was like, who are these people? And then I found out they'd been using this system of cleanse, balance, build in a clinical practice with patients for 30 years. 30 years is a long time. It's a long time. I knew I couldn't out-research 30 years. I'm like, okay, show me some of these products. So I start comparing, for instance, their calcium, which is perfectly combined with magnesium, vitamin D, vitamin K. If you're watching this and you live in the Northeast, you guys struggle with your vitamin D levels. And so I was like, this is amazing. This is all plant-based? What? So I compared, I looked at their omega-3s. I was trying to find the best omega-3s at the time. I compared their omega-3s, their plant-based omega-3s, high in fiber, high in antioxidants, to what I was using. I'm like, this is better. So I'm like, give it all to me. Like, I'm so sick of the health food store. I'm so sick of walking in and having the guy behind the counter who makes minimum wage, like, can I help you, ma'am? Would you like to try this multivitamin? Like, no. So I was tired of that. And I said, give me everything they've got. I'm not telling anybody, but give me everything they've got, expecting no results. Within a week, my insomnia issues were gone. My mind used to race all night long, all night long. And I just thought that was normal. If you're a multitasking woman, which most women are multitaskers, I thought it was normal to lay down and just mind racing all night. It's not normal, by the way. And so within days, I started like closing my eyes and like black, like sleep for 8 hours and then wake up and have energy. Within days, my son's horrible constipation issues resolved. Within weeks, my husband's horrible mood swings, depression, anger disappeared. Marriage saving. 3 weeks in, so that was okay. So 6 weeks in, my husband's depression, anger issues. 3 months in, my nephew went from being totally nonverbal, screaming all day long, to speaking in full sentences. It was like he'd been locked in a closet and the door had suddenly been opened and he could come out and communicate with us. My sister heard her son say, Mom, I love you, for the first time ever that winter of 2008. And that was my turnaround moment. Like, what is this? Now, along the way, we were losing weight. I'm going to show you some pictures if you're watching on this other. I'm streaming in a few different places right now, but I'm going to show you some pictures if you're watching on thepureinfluencer.com, and you're going to see like the before and after pictures for my husband and I. Like, people were asking us, what are you guys doing? Because we were dropping weight. And I didn't want to tell them. I mean, I went from a size 14 to a size 8 in about 3 months, not going to the gym. I don't recommend not going to the gym, but I wasn't. I had no time to go to the gym. And so weight loss was happening, but really the changes that we saw externally were a reflection of what was happening internally. And as a healthcare provider, it was the internal results that really were catching my attention. So I dove in after my nephew's results, took the what we were giving him to the pediatrician friend of mine in Gainesville, Florida. We did a little small grassroots clinical study. It probably shouldn't even be called a study, but we did. And I wanted to know if it was just Bo or was it everybody who consumed this? And it was pretty much across the board, massive changes. And that made me go, I've got to share this. And then I started recommending it to my patients. I brought it to the doctors in my office. I started recommending it to my patients. And then we started to see blood work changing. We started to see blood pressures. People who had high blood pressure, all of a sudden their blood pressures were lowering. And I'd be like, what are you doing? Did you add something on? Well, just that stuff you recommended. And so then we started seeing triglycerides lower, liver function tests that were crazy high. Guys, we used to put kids on a medication that would cause their liver function test to go high or cause their cholesterol to go high. And we didn't have to, like, you don't want to put a 12-year-old or a 15-year-old on a statin. So this was huge for us. People who had high hemoglobin A1Cs, people who had struggles with their fasting glucose levels, type 2 diabetics. We started to see all kinds of things that just every day it was more like, I've got to tell more people. I've got to tell more people. But remember, I'm working 14 hours a day. I'm running my skincare store. My husband's running the construction company. I'm trying to be a mom. Like, I don't have time to do this, right? And I didn't see it as a business. For me, it was just about, I've got to get this information out. And so I was trying to figure out how to share it with others. I will tell you, my nephew just graduated from the same high school I graduated from last year. Word started getting out. We started seeing a lot of people losing weight, like a lot of people having the same kind of 20 to 30 pound weight loss that I did over a 2 to 3 month period of time. Natural, right? Like no side effects. Oh, my thing just went dead on my Changing Lives with Pure thing. So I'm going to try to go live again over there. Let's see if I can't do that. Just hold with me if you're watching live online. I'm sorry. I was posting in a few different places and it just went dead on me. So we're going to try. We're going to try again. So we started getting a lot of information out. Like, people started really following us. And I was featured on Good Morning America, as you can see here. I was featured in a book called The Aztec Diet, as were many of the people who were doing the same systems that I was. And so it was it was interesting. It was exciting. And we started to grow this team. We started to attract these people who were like, I need to tell my sister. Oh my gosh, I'm pooping every day. My sister needs this. Oh my gosh, my mom is like, she was losing her memory and now she's she's remembering again. I need to tell them. And so like we started to build this team of people who are so passionate about sharing the information with others and to get that information out there. And we have traveled together. I mean, countless cruises, Hawaii, Paris, Spain, because when the company started to see what we were doing, one of the ways that they say, thank you so much for spreading the information. See, because they chose to start the company not by sticking the products at Whole Foods, because I would have never found it there. They know word of mouth travels best. They know if we love something, we're going to talk about it. And so there's a whole way that we get paid. It's basically like a referral fee. If you send people to the company and they purchase products as a result of your mouth talking or whatever it is that you're using to share it, then you're going to get checked. You're going to get a percentage. Think of it like a vending machine. If you had a vending machine on the side of the interstate and every time somebody purchased something from it, you got a little bit of money. It's kind of like that. Okay. But they also said, we're going to take you on these luxurious 5-star trips around the world. And so before I knew it, I'm traveling with my brothers, the ones who shared it with me. In this picture, these are my brothers and their wives. And we're just went on a helicopter tour in Maui. We were staying at the 5-star luxury resort. And, this slide right here, I'm talking about being wealthy is having time. And a lot of times people avoid sharing this kind of information because they're like, oh, I don't want to talk about money. People don't like to hear about money. What are you trying to get from me? And I've learned over the years of doing this that the real wealth here is time freedom. So, now I work this business maybe 20 hours a week, whereas prior to starting with this, I was working 14 hours a day, practicing medicine, 2 to 4 hours a day, running my skincare store. And I was making a quarter of what I'm making now. So that gives you the time freedom to do the things you're passionate about. And I love to share the story about my dad because this really hit me hard. I mean, not only have I had the time to spend with my boys and going on field trips and raising them, but I've had the time to enjoy family. My dad lost his brother about a year ago. Actually, I think a year ago now. And I was able to drive to Tallahassee, get him on a plane, fly to New Jersey with him so he could go to the funeral and see his other brothers and spend that week together. There was actually a hurricane that hit. We ended up getting stuck up there more than 4 nights. I think we stayed a whole week. And I lost my dad earlier this year, but I did get to see him quite a bit the week before he was gone. And he said to me, Rachel, that week we spent together in New Jersey was one of the best weeks of my life. That's wealth. And most people can't afford to just take off a week and pay for someone's flight and go do the things that are necessary that maybe most people would have to skip on. So I don't know if you're looking for time freedom. I don't know if you're looking for another stream of income. I don't know if you're looking just to get your health on track. But whether you're looking for one of those things or not, I'm going to explain to you how it works and what this company's all about. So they started in 2007 and they're based in Texas. We have multiple international offices. Our owners are multi-millionaires and billionaires. Okay, so it's a very wealthy company that's only been spread by word of mouth. We've never really done social media until just last year. And so when people ask me, how is this company different from what my cousin's selling, what these people over here are doing, what is the oils, like how is it different? And I like to put on my business hat. Again, I did not go to business school, but I did start 2 businesses in 2008 and then stumbled into this third business, which my CPA was like, this is probably the best business you ever started. He was right. And here's what I've learned. And I wish somebody had told me, in my early 30s when I was investing in those other companies, if you're going to start a business or you're going to, invest into something, it needs to be number one because businesses are hard, guys. Like 98% of them fail in the first 5 years. If anybody's ever trying to get you to join their new startup company, run as far and fast as you can because they have a 2% chance of making it past the 5-year mark. Okay. So these are some of the things that help make it go past that mark. One, it needs to be for 100% of the demographic, not just the women, not just the parents, not just the runners, not just the pet owners, but everybody. And everybody with a body at some point or another recognizes what I put into this body really, really matters. And they go looking. And either that you're there in their life, letting them know at that time, or you're not. But that's 100. That makes the business easier. Second, it needs to be something that people will repeat purchase. All right. I have a Pampered Chef baking stone in my house that I bought from my sister 15 years ago. I've never washed it because I don't know why you're not supposed to watch it, but you're not. And I will never buy another one. Like, what a horrible, why would you sell something that people purchase one time? and you're constantly needing to get new customers. We have a business in which your customer, see, this is what we're really special, repeat purchases. And do they repeat purchase? Yes. We have a consumable product that lasts 28 days. And at the end of 28 days, when someone has done what I call our 30-day servicing, they have serviced their one irreplaceable asset for 28 days, 93 out of 100 people repeat purchase. Why? Because the results are that fantastic. Because they can tell when they take the products and they can tell when they stop. Can you tell when you take your vitamins? Do you travel with your vitamins? If the answer to those questions was no, then you should be listening very closely. Because yes, we need to be supplementing. This has been proven. But if you're going to take the time to supplement and spend the money to do it, you need to make sure that what you're putting into your body actually makes a difference. Okay, we are a secret because we've never really been on social media. We haven't. We've done person to person, asking people to watch a webinar like this, asking people to watch a video. You didn't log on 10 years ago and see people talking about skincare or oils from our company. All right. So the word is just now starting to get out. So we've been through all those rocky years. We're 17 years old. We're debt free. They've paid check after check after check for 17 years, every single week on time. And the word is starting to spread because in this industry specifically, the business model is starting to change. And our owner has said, I'm not changing a thing. He encourages us to build teams of people. He encourages us to spread the news however we can. So I told you how it started in a clinical practice, word of mouth advertising. And one of the things that really makes us different is the science behind our products. In fact, this slide that I just clicked past was a video of me being in the office about 2 months ago. And I found their binders, that each of these binders are on one of our products. Like this product right here has a binder this thick with all the studies on the ingredients in this product and why it's so fantastic. That's powerful. That is what caught my attention. That's why I have multiple healthcare providers working with me to share this message. The other reason I have multiple healthcare providers working with me to share this message is because the message is so powerful, because the results are so good, because you see the changes in blood work. So here's why I believe, after 20 years of practicing medicine and 16 years of sharing this message, that over 90% of the issues we deal with as a human race, sicknesses, diseases, what are you struggling with in your family? What did your parents struggle with? What did your grandparents struggle with? It's coming down the genetic pipeline towards you. And you can put it out of your head as long and as much as you want. Hurricane preparations coming, kids going to college, all kinds of stuff going on all the time. But what's lurking there? Coming down the pipeline towards you. Okay, these are the reasons why it's going to hit you faster than it hit them. We're toxic. We're drinking out of plastic water bottles. Our food is being sprayed by guys wearing hazmat suits. And if you haven't yet read the book Good Energy by Dr. Casey Means, I highly recommend it because she was in her 6th year of surgical residency, Stanford trained medical doctor when her mom died of pancreatic cancer. And she stopped and said, why? What is going on here? Why was my mom on 5 prescription medications? What's going on? And everything I've been preaching for 16 years, she's now written a book on and has been all over the place on podcasts, screaming the message out loud that we're being poisoned and the foods we're eating are lacking in nutrition. We're out of balance. This is the other thing she talks about. We should be getting 7 to 8 minimum hours of sleep at night. We shouldn't be staring at blue light all day long. We should be making sure that the amount of sugar we're consuming is not crazy high. We're way too stressed. Our cortisol levels are crazy. How do we balance all this out? Well, this is part of our message, our cleanse, balance, build philosophy. And we're undernourished. We're lacking in nutrition. And for those people who don't know that this is true, go to a local lunchroom, see what the kids are eating. Ask your children, your grandchildren, what are the kids eating at school? Packaged, processed, pasteurized food. And the studies are showing it. The Journal of Nutrition here shows that more than half of American kids are missing. They're missing out on vitamins D and E and A. They're way deficient in them. So we're supplementing. We have cabinets full of supplements that we don't take consistently. We don't travel with them because we can't tell when we take them. And I meet somebody every day who says, oh, I just eat healthy. I'm sorry. That is old news. You can't do that. That's not going to fix this problem because agricultural studies have shown us for over a decade now, almost a decade and a half now, that in 2010, we needed 8 oranges, 80 cups of spinach, 99 ears of corn, and 2 cups of wheat to get the same nutrition our grandparents got out of one of each of those things. Oh my gosh. You can't eat your way out of this situation. You've got to be supplementing. You must be supplementing to prevent whatever's coming down the genetic pipeline from hitting you sooner than it hits your parents and grandparents, okay? Because you're not moving enough. Our foods are being sprayed with toxicities. We have Teflon on our pans and we all store our food in Tupperware containers. We have to change things, okay? And I have a 90-day accountability group where I'm literally giving people things to do every single day to start to get those 3 things that I just reviewed under control. This company handles the supplement side of things. They talk about cleansing the 7 channels we eliminate through your lungs, your liver, your skin, your lymphatic system, kidneys, blood, and intestines must be cleansed because of the Tupperware and the Teflon. We're going to balance out your sleep, your pH, your hormone levels, your exercise. When you have energy, guys, you want to move, you want to exercise. You should be getting a minimum of 7,000 steps a day. If you can get up to 10,000, watch what happens. In 1960s, they were moving a lot. Now we sit and stare all day long. Sitting is the new smoking. We're going to build up those trillions of cells that you have, that God gave you, that are screaming out for whole raw food nutrition with whole raw food, plant-based nutrition. And I've heard it. The other thing I've heard every day is, well, I don't need to be just consuming plants. I need meat and protein too. Listen, I ate a lot of protein. I ate 150 grams of protein a day. I'm all about the protein, but multiple studies. In fact, the largest, I'll just pull books here. Sorry for reaching. Two of the books I talk about all the time, the China study. This is the largest human population study ever done. Now you can argue with me about this all you want, but they went to work to figure out, why do some people, why are they sick in their 50s? Why do they have type 2 diabetes? Why are they struggling with Alzheimer's? Why are they struggling with dementia while others are thriving past the hundreds? What's the difference? It's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's what you're consuming. Those who are consuming more high quality plant nutrition in there, getting that into their cells. Genesis 1:29, everything we need comes from the ground, okay? Are thriving longer. This is proven. Largest human population study ever done. It's proven, okay? So I'm not against meat by any means, but I just try to get more high concentrated plant nutrition in my body than I do meats, okay? The other book I mentioned the Aztec diet earlier. If you're wondering, why is this not taught in medical school? Read this book, The Truth About Cancer. Get it on Audible. Read it. You'll all of a sudden understand why your medical providers, why I was writing 200 prescriptions a day, why on the board review exam, PAs have to take a board review exam every 6 years. The question is, I have a 38-year-old male with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, recently diagnosed with depression. What medications can we put him on for the depression that won't interact with his high blood pressure medication and his statin? Why is the question not, why does a 38-year-old male have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and depression? I can tell you this, it's not because of a lack of statins or a lack of Prozac in his bloodstream. I already went through the 3 things. Toxic, out of balance, lacking in nutrition. I don't have time tonight to go through the 30-day servicing, but this is the 30-day servicing that I talk about all the time. It is made up of 7 products that cleanse those toxins out and pour plant-based nutrition in. I often train on the 4 different personalities. If you're a green personality, that means you're very analytical. You are dying to see what's on the back of these labels, and I'm going to show you where you can go see that in just a moment. The Daily Build vitamin is the most comprehensive vitamin you will find on the planet. It will replace 20 of the supplements you have in your cabinet. Mila is the high omega-3, plant-based omega-3 with high amounts of fiber and antioxidants that goes through and scrubs out your intestinal tract with fiber, which we're not getting enough of, but then also gives you the omega-3s, which is so huge for the brain, so huge for inflammation, so huge for sleeping. Magnesium, vitamin D, vitamin K, and our calcium MK. Most of us are so deficient in vitamin D, calcium, and magnesium. What is the result of being deficient in these things? Teeth issues, gum issues, sleep issues, restless leg syndrome, issues with your bones healing properly, growing properly, brittle bones. You know why kids have broken bones playing football and soccer now? Because they're drinking cow's milk, and cow's milk is acidic. And in order for you to not be acidic, their body is going to get to the right pH. It leaches the alkalinity out of your bones to get to where it's supposed to be. Played soccer all through high school and in college. No one had broken bones. They tore ligaments. They tore tendons. They didn't break their bones. Now kids have broken bones all the time. They're acidic. They're consuming soda. They're consuming too much dairy and cheese and not enough plants. Sulfur is one of our most popular products. It calms down the inflammation. Now, for years, I haven't been allowed to say the word inflammation on any kind of a broadcast. I won't even go into why I'm not allowed to talk about inflammation. The why is in this book. Decreases inflammation. What do you take for inflammation right now? Think about that. Wouldn't it be nice to take a mineral that our grandparents used to get naturally in their food that none of us get in our food anymore, that doesn't harm the kidneys or the liver? That cleanse, the little green bottle right there, cleanses out the 7 channels you eliminate through. You take it at night before you go to bed. And this is my giveaway tonight. I'm going to give away a bottle of Goyen to the first 5 people to place orders tonight. Seriously, I'm going to give away a bottle of Goyen to the first 5 people who place orders tonight. And I'm watching. So once you go place your order, whether you're on Changing Lives with Pure or you're on my online presentation on this other site, I need you can email me, Rachel@purelifechangers.com, or you can say order placed, order number. And I'm going to make sure that you get a free bottle of our #1 selling product. #1 selling product. Why? It's a blend of plants. It's a blend of antioxidants and superfruits. And the results, it's been compared in clinical studies to the leading antidepressants and leading anti-anxiety medications. It's calming. It's calming. It's like drinking wine without the alcohol. Now, most households I've recognized have a rager. Someone who's up, down, up, down, up, down with their mood. Someone who struggles with depression. Someone who they walk in the house and they're angry. Why are you so angry? They're just angry, right? That person is going to love this product, okay? And so this is, again, our bestseller. It tastes amazing. And the first 5 orders that come through, as a result of this presentation, I'm going to make sure that you get a free bottle of Goyen in the mail. I think it's worth $45, okay? So I want to ask you, are you treating your body, your one irreplaceable asset, like it should be treated? Or do you treat your car and your phone better than your body? See, your car won't let you treat it bad. If you take it in for a servicing and they say, oh, you need new brakes, you're like, oh, I need new brakes. I don't want to get in a wreck. I don't want to drive in the rain. I need new brakes. Here's my credit card. If your phone breaks, oh my gosh, God forbid, we can't communicate with people, right? You're fixing your phone. So what if I haven't pooped in 7 days, So what if I haven't slept in a couple of weeks? So what if my hair is falling out? So what if I can't lose weight even though I'm working out? Like, I'll just keep going. I don't have time to slow down and take care of this. And so I'm going to teach you how in less than 60 seconds a day to get more nutrition in your body than the average person gets in a week for less than $10 a day. That's how much the 30-day servicing is. And you need to ask yourself, what do I want to be like in my 60s and 70s? Both physically and financially. Okay? Because I'll tell you what, if you're living paycheck to paycheck in your 30s, 40s, and 50s, living paycheck to paycheck in your 80s is a totally different ballgame, guys. Do you want to be somebody who's fit in their 70s, or do you want to be somebody who's in the wheelchair? You have the choice. I'm giving you the choice. And we offer a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. So what do most people feel when they consume these products every day for 30 days? 40 or you're on prescription medications, I recommend getting the Core Complete, not just the Core Plus. The Core Plus is the 30-day servicing. Add on these superfruits. Add them onto your regimen because you're toxic, because your body is lacking in nutrition, and you're going to just flood it with these superfruits, goji, noni, mangosteen, acai, wildly harvested, not mixed with any juices. You guys, what we have here is so pure, so clean. People that are purists, they look at our product ingredients and are like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you have that. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you have that. Oh, and you don't have any soy, and you don't have any fillers, and you don't have any sugar. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. What is this company? That's what I said when I first found it back in 2008. So these are the 6 things the average person notices in 30 days. Sleeping better. I notice this in days, which of course leads to more energy, less pain. Now, if Javier and I go somewhere and we do not take our products with us, we can tell. I'm 49, he's 52. We can tell, right? So pain reduction, if not resolution of pain. Better bowel habits, whether you go too much or too little. We have so many bowel issues in this country, from Crohn's to diverticulitis to ulcerative colitis to IBS to leaky gut. What do you start? SIBO, all these things. Smooth, easy bowel movements. Better mood. You don't notice if you're in a bad mood, but everybody around you does, and they're so happy when you're in a good mood. And then weight loss. Now, I only lost 3 pounds my first month. I lost about 28, 29 pounds, second and third month combined. People who don't need to lose weight don't lose weight. I'm not here for what happens the first 30 days. I don't have a bunch of medical doctors recommending this in their offices. I mean, I do, but they're not doing it because of what happens in the first 30 days. They're doing it because of the lab work. I showed you earlier, we have a number of our products in the physician's desk reference, and we have a large number of medical doctors recommending this in offices. There's a whole bunch of people, guys, going and getting on the what's it called? Semaglutide and peptides and all these things to try to lose weight. And they're losing weight, but they're losing muscle. And they're not going to do it forever. And so they come off of it and they're looking for nutrition. They're excited about their weight loss. They're looking to maintain their body at this new healthy weight. And we've got a large number of weight loss clinics choosing to add these products to the regimen that they're putting their patients on as they're losing weight and then as they're weaning off of these medications. Gosh, there's so many places this needs to be. So when people watch this, they oftentimes are like, oh my gosh, this is too hard. I don't know that we could do it. My boys have been doing this since they were children. I mean, you can do shots or you can do smoothies. I would pour them an ounce of the super fruits and the liquid vitamin and the Goian every morning before school, and they would take the shots, and we could tell. We could tell when they took it. We could tell when they didn't. They're now 17 and 20. They make their own smoothies. They pour their own shots. They take the products before they go to the gym. They're both bodybuilders. And one of them has over 50,000 followers on TikTok because of his bodybuilding status. And he sells the sports line products to his followers. Talk about making money on the side. His friends are trading hours for dollars, getting $15 an hour working at Starbucks. And he has a little online business on the side. Online businesses are smart. Side businesses are smart, especially if you've been impacted lately by storms and you can't go to work. Side businesses are smart. We have a large number of products. I'm not going into all of them, although I let me just tell you, I love the skincare system so much. I used to own a skincare retail store. This skincare system is the best of the best. It's $188. It lasts over 3 months. They guarantee results, and the average, over 93% of people see results in 3 weeks. Whoa, lighten dark spots, fine line wrinkles. There's a transformation challenge going on right now that if you submit your pictures by October 9th and enter the transformation challenge, order your Sensia products, their prize giveaways are crazy. And again, there's 30-day satisfaction guarantee. Like, I could talk about that for a while. I'm going to skip this testimony because I'm going live in another location. But if you are interested in hearing about why Sarah's little girl used to say, Mommy, why aren't you happy? And the transformation that Sarah went through in just a couple of months on the products, ask whoever invited you to share that information with you. How do you order the product? You're like, I want to be one of the first 5. Go to livepure.com. Go to livepure.com and see the little 3 lines in the top corner there. Click on the 3 lines in the top corner and type in Core Plus. That's the 30-day surfacing. And throw it into the cart. Okay, throw it into the cart. Choose liquid or capsule. Liquid is better. Liquid is more bioavailable. And if you drink a lot of sweet things like soda and sweet tea, you might want the capsules. It's less than $10 a day. And some of those products will last you 2 months. Okay. It's one time, right? I'm not telling you to do this forever, but 9 out of 10 people repeat purchase 2 or 3 of our products going forward. They stop using whatever their omega product is. They stop using whatever their is working with me in some way. I will get an email when you join. I will be able to see that you came in as a customer. And again, we'll reach out and send you that free bottle of Govian. I'm going to switch gears for a minute. Part of why I'm talking about this tonight is the people who are struggling financially, the people who are in pandemonium right now with the storms moving through the Southeast. And maybe you're sitting at home wanting to help and you don't know how to help. And let me just tell you, anybody can work this business from anywhere. And all they do is invite people to take a look. And then they follow up and say, what did you think? And then based on what they thought, we either connect them to someone who can answer their questions or we send them some more videos to answer their questions. People that I work with are professional appointment centers. I worked with somebody today who called 5 people and said, can you watch it tonight? They said, no, I can't watch it tonight. Can you watch it tomorrow? Yes, I can. Okay, when can I follow up with you? We teach you how to spend 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week to create a weekly check. It's $49 to enroll as a brand partner, and then you go order your products. There's no cap to what you can earn. Again, think of it like vending machines. If you were to go purchase 10 vending machines and put them all along the interstate where you live, imagine going to sleep at night and waking up and having 100. That's what this is like. Vending machines that duplicate overnight. Residual income. The only people who get residual income are book writers, songwriters, singers, movie, people that are in the movies, actresses, actors. Are you any of those things? Or maybe you're like, oh no, Rachel, people get residual income who invest in real estate. Well, I've invested in real estate. That's risky and it costs a lot of money. And don't think by any means that you just invest in. I mean, I built and ran an Airbnb. That's work, guys. That's a lot of work. That's more than 30 minutes a day, which is what I'm teaching you to do. And I teach you what to do. I will tell you I'm the top female earner in this company, and you get mentorship from myself, as well as my 6 and 7 figure earners if you choose to partner with us in any way whatsoever. So again, the customer packs I was talking about earlier, the Core Plus, Core Complete. And yes, you can start with those as a brand partner. You can start with either one of those packages, the $49 plus those packages, but I want to encourage you to look at the business packs if you're looking for an additional stream of income. Why? Well, first, you get free shipping and the enrollment is waived with the business packs. But there's some differences between these two business packs, and I just want to talk about them for a moment. This business pack, the business value package, I love it so much. It's got that skincare I was talking about in it. It's got all the products that I put in my smoothie. Our greens. Oh my gosh, this book, Chris Beat Cancer by Chris Wark, there's a whole chapter in it about greens and mushrooms. We have all of it in our greens product. Nobody's green product on the market even comes close to how good ours is. It's got all of our super fruits. It's got, this is such a great package. And so the results that you're going to see physically with your health plus your skin are all in here. It's $1,000 at retail price. $750 is the preferred customer or brand partner price. We have a coupon for you tonight to get it for $675. So if you're interested in that, reach out to whoever invited you. You're going to get plugged into our building system. We teach you, again, 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes a day, how to build this business. The question is, will you give us 30 minutes a day? Most people don't. I'm not even asking you to put on a sports bra and go to the gym and get sweaty. Sit in your car with your phone 30 minutes a day. But I do want to talk about that larger VIP package. If you're looking for significant income, if you have more than 30 minutes a day, if $1,000 a month to $2,000 a month is not exciting to you, you want to make more than that, I want to encourage you to look at the VIP package. I came in with this package because I wanted everything. I wanted all of it for my family, not just for me. And if we're being really honest, the reason I'm here today, part of it is because not of my testimony. I wasn't here because my sleep improved and I lost weight. I'm here because of my nephew and my husband. Because I had all those products, I wasn't hoarding them to myself. I was giving them to my family. Okay. And so it's about $3,000 worth of products. It's actually about $4,000 worth of products for $22,249. Some people will look at that and go, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. Really? Have you ever started a business? I have. I didn't get to eat my skincare. I had to sell it. I had to turn around and sell it. There's overhead with businesses. Like you're literally good. You're eating. This is your family's health. It's health insurance that you're purchasing and you can write it off. It's the cheapest business you'll ever start. It made me think it wasn't a real business because it was so cheap. But with this, you get the free enrollment, you get the free shipping, but you get in my VIP program and you get an increased bonus from the company. All right. So my VIP program, we run special Q&A calls. We have special mentorship, special one-on-one coaching the first month of your business. It's a special thing. If you have big goals, I would highly recommend go for that big package. If you like to travel for free, guys, this is over 40 people we helped earn a trip to Italy 2 years ago, over 50 that earned a trip to Greece a year ago, and a massive portion of our group that earned the trip to Switzerland just this month, actually last month, September. And the next trip on the table is to Bali. Do you want to go with us? I'm telling you, you want to go with us. I don't know what you're going to do here. I don't know how coachable you are. I don't know how consistent you can be, but I know it's possible. I've been doing this for 16 years and I've helped thousands and thousands of people earn checks. I've helped tens of thousands of people throw prescriptions in the trash, but I can promise you this, if you do nothing, nothing will change. So I'm going to stay on for just a minute. I'm live in a few different areas and I can see questions. And my goal here tonight is to answer whatever questions you have. So you have a question, ask it. It doesn't matter what the question is. It can be about products. It can be about the Goyen. It can be about the Core Plus. I will encourage you, guys, don't pick and choose products. Don't say, I'm just going to do the Goyen. Or, my friend Amber invited me. I'm just going to get the cleanse. That's like taking your car in for an oil change, them getting all the oil out and you driving off without new oil in. Like you're going to feel like crap. Don't do that. You're not doing anybody favors. If you want to feel results, do the 30-day servicing. If you don't have $289, save up until you have $289 and do the servicing. Do the 30-day program for your body. It's a one-time purchase, okay? And then the results should be so good that you want to go forward feeling that good. Probably will purchase 2 to 3 products a month, okay? It's like a recipe. If you have a recipe to make a cake and you leave out the eggs and you leave out the sugar, that cake is going to be gross. It's not going to work. And you might go, oh, I tried that recipe. It doesn't work well. No, you didn't try it. You left out 2 of the very important ingredients. And so I'm always like, you need to make sure you start with that too. Less than $10 a day to service your one irreplaceable asset. And if you don't have $289, then friend, You really need to look at this. I'm from a family of 7 children. My parents divorced when I was 14. We lost our house when I was 15. My mom worked 3 jobs. She totaled her car twice driving home from her night job because she fell asleep on the drive home. I went to school and worked really hard to get good grades and get a good job so I would never be in that situation. A huge part of my heart is helping people who struggle financially. There's no reason to do that. In this day and age, there's no reason to struggle financially. There are people who pay thousands of dollars for coaching from people who aren't even successful. You get my coaching for free. So if you're in a financial bind, my hope it would be that you would really give this a shot. Someone is saying, is it really 30 minutes a day? Yeah, it's 30 minutes a day. In fact, when I first built this business, I made a call on the way to work every day. On the way to work, I'd be like, Beth, I know we haven't talked in a while. I'm super excited about something. I don't know if you're open to it, but if I send you a video, will you watch? I don't know. What is it? I'd be like, I'm driving into the parking lot and there's 5 patients waiting on me already. I'm going to send you a video. I'll call you on the way home. And I'd call them and sometimes they would have watched it and sometimes they wouldn't answer and sometimes they would. And then they would decide to join me. And then we started to create this system about 10 years in of how to make it so it easily duplicates for you, right? So the question is, are you willing to commit 30 minutes a day? It can be more than 30 minutes. How many lives do you want to change? If somebody is struggling right now, how are you helping them? Maybe they just need an opportunity to work and create an additional stream of income, but they don't have time to go get another job. It's so powerful what we have, guys. So there's a lot of you watching me from a lot of different places. Thank you so much for joining. I will be watching again. You can email me, Rachel, Rachel, at purelifechangers.com. If you've placed that order already, let me know. Make sure to put the name of the person who invited you in. When you check out, it will ask you. So it's just make sure to put their information in. If you want to get that coupon for that lower business value package, reach out and ask. And again, I'm sending Go Yin bottles out to the first 5 orders that come in this evening. Okay. All right. Good night, everybody. God bless.